Gentlemen, it is 7 o'clock. Shh. It is 7 o'clock. You've been given fair warnings to grab a seat. The program will start. We appreciate some people want to network. That's fantastic. Please take that outside. Those of us that are sitting in the front, do we want people networking in the back or outside? Outside. We love everybody. We love networking, plotting, and scheming to defeat Democrats. That is a worthy goal. But just please do that outside so that we can have the inside for our fun, exciting program. Yeah, these rowdy Republicans. So this meeting of the Republican Party of San Diego County for the month of October 2018 is hereby called to order. And if you would all please rise, the chairman will call for Dran Reese, president of the Salt and Light Council, to lead us in the invocation.
The Lord says, "My peace I give to you, my peace I leave with you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." Lord, as we come before you, we close our eyes and bow our heads. There's been a lot of trouble in our nation, and it has caused all of us to stop, pause, and think about who we are, what we want to be as a nation. And all we know is that we can say we're thankful to you for allowing the confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh to the Justice of the Supreme Court. Thank you, Lord. We just say thank you. And we also say thank you so much for each and every candidate that has stepped into the ring, and we ask, Father, that in November the 6th, that you would give us another miracle of biblical proportions and allow John Cox to be the governor of California. Amen. And so I ask now, Lord, for each person, each soul that's represented in this room, that you anoint them with oil, that your cup overflows in their lives, and that you give them goodness and love all the days of their lives. And we thank you and love you for this gathering, that we can all be together and share in one common goal, that we want your righteousness restored in this nation. Thank you in the precious name of Jesus. Amen.
Please remain standing. Aha. Please remain standing because this is a Republican Party meeting. We say the Pledge of Allegiance and we stand for our flag, right? The chair calls forward the mayor of the beautiful city of Santee, aka God's country, John Minto, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Tony. As you can tell, in East County, we dress a lot more comfortably. God knows that we can do that there, and we have a lot of protection for that, and it's called, we're draped in the flag of the United States of America. So tonight, let's give a round-sounding Pledge of Allegiance, because we have a lot to be thankful for. So please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America.
Woo! All right, you may be seated. This was great, guys. It was nice. It was quiet. You could hear whoever was talking up here. So let's try to keep it that way. If you're in the back and you don't have a seat, there are seats up. It'll be like church, okay? We're all Republicans. It's okay to sit next to someone else, okay? Don't worry about it. If you have something you want to chat about, that's great, but we take that where? Outside. Okay, fantastic. We're all on the same page. First things first, we're going to do this a couple times until we... Okay. First things first, we are live on Facebook. So if you could all go to your Facebook, go to San Diego Republicans on Facebook and share that, because we don't want to keep this a secret. We want to keep this a secret? We only had 937 RSVPs for this meeting. So just search San Diego Republicans and hit share, and let's spread the good word of Republican Party. Okay, there we go. I see myself sharing myself. That's kind of odd. But that's cool. Yeah. Didn't realize that I looked that bald on Facebook. But nonetheless, so please do that. Please share that on Facebook. We have a fantastic program for everybody tonight. As I mentioned, we had for this meeting 937 RSVPs. That is a 50% increase over our August meeting, where we had 621, and that was a record. And the 2 months before that, we had 587, and that was a record. So, and the other day, the Democrats were out protesting yesterday, something, whatever. It was some, lame little protest, 30 angry people. And look at us here. We have like 800 plus patriotic, God-fearing Republicans ready to get Republicans elected. We have, by the way, how many, first of all, today is Columbus Day. We love Columbus. How many, okay, this is a participatory. For those, if you are here, and that's for our friendly media in the back. I feel like I'm doing like a Trump thing. Oh, we love our media in the back, okay. We have good local media. But for those, how many, if you are here for the first time, please stand. Welcome. If you are naturalized from another country and you're a proud naturalized American, please stand. Okay. Now, remain standing. We're going to do real fast. Everybody be quiet. We've got to be able to hear this. I want to hear, just quickly, from what country? Start there.
Mexico. Korea. Canada. Germany. Ireland.
England.
France. England. Jamaica. Brazil.
Okay, shh. There.
What country?
Right here. Moldova. Ukraine. Mexico. Philippines. Shh. All right, guy, hold on. Nicaragua. Yes. Hold on. Armenia. Poland. Uzbekistan. Kenya. Serbia. Germany. Lebanon. Okay, hold on. Wait. Lady. Colombia. All right, all proud, naturalized. Georgia, Mexico. All right. Fantastic. Sweden, political refugee from Sweden. All right, thank you, welcome. We have a great program for you tonight. Our job, ladies and gentlemen, is we have 122 local Republicans candidates to get elected, and our 5 statewide candidates: John Cox for governor, Mark Moiser for Secretary of State, Konstantinos Rodaitis for controller, Greg Conlon for treasurer, and Stephen Bailey for attorney general. That is our Republican ticket. And tonight will be all about what you can do at this very point in time to help our Republican ticket. Okay? So I want everybody here to leave with, there are 4 things. I've narrowed it down. There are 4 and only 4 things that you can do right this moment. All the other work has been done. The list has been created. The candidates have been recruited. Okay, there are 4 things. I'll go through them real quick, and then I'll go in each one. First, give your time to a candidate. You're going to meet a lot of candidates today. Give your time to a candidate. There are lots of ways to help. Give your time to the party as a precinct captain, the party's representative in your area. Okay? Next is give your money to a candidate. Again, there are lots of willing candidates here, I'm sure, willing to take people's money. But give your money to a candidate or give your money to your local party so the money stays right here locally and help elect Republicans. Those are, ladies and gentlemen, the only 4 things left to do. Ballots are being mailed out today and tomorrow for absentee. How many here are absentee voters? Okay, 2/3 of the room. You will have a ballot in your hand by Friday. And so will 2/3 of San Diego County will have ballots in their hand on Friday. So voting is not November 6th. Voting starts on Friday. So now, don't let the media fool you. Okay? Don't let social media or whatever fool you. They say this is a Democrat state. Look at this room. The Democrats are meeting. The Democrats meeting is like 42 angry, cranky people who meet in a union hall somewhere, okay? They don't have a bar. Like, nobody is smiling. Everybody's cranky. Everybody wants something from somebody else. And last time I checked, nobody in this room wants anything from anybody else. Everybody here wants to just be left alone. So let's take a look. We have a lot to be proud of as Republicans. So let's take inventory. The economy is rocking and rolling. Jobs are plentiful. The stock market is soaring. We had tax cuts. Veterans don't have to wait around if they can't get care. Veterans' choice is passed. Obamacare mandate is gone. Federal regulations are streamlined, and 12 are gone for every new one coming in. And no longer are other countries taking advantage of us. Europe came to the table. Canada came to the table. Mexico came to the table. We love to trade, ladies and gentlemen, but it has to be on an even playing field. President Trump has offered a vision of 0 tariffs, okay? So somehow nobody bought into that, and they're still, so let's not say that President Trump is not a free trader. He's a free trader, and he offered up 0 tariffs. So far, nobody's taken up on it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are funding and making our military strong. ISIS is gone and decimated. Our U.S. Embassy is in Jerusalem, where it belongs. The disastrous Iran deal is on the ash heap of history. We're in talks with North Korea. We'll see where that goes. The border wall, which we didn't have in San Diego 20-some years ago. By the way, I want to say thank you to the Duncan Hunter Sr. for getting us the border wall in San Diego. I don't see anybody in San Diego suggesting that we get rid of that border wall, and we're going to be extending that border wall and secure our border, be it with a hard wall, with technology, whatever the case may be. But gosh darn, we have a country, and we're going to protect our country. So thank you for that. And America is respected and, yes, feared again. After 8 years of a beta president, we have an alpha president who loves America and stands up for America. Oh, and I almost forgot. We have 2 new Supreme Court justices who will respect the Constitution. Justice Brett Kavanaugh. interestingly, and just to show you how far the left has gone, I got an email because I signed up for the crazy loony email party emails, and I just got an email. This is what the other side is putting out there. The White House is holding a swearing-in ceremony that already happened today. It says, "We are determined to ruin his swearing-in ceremony." This is a Democrat email. Next thing says, if we can get there by midnight, we'll make Trump painfully regret getting a puppet on the Supreme Court. This is the loony party, ladies and gentlemen. And chip in $5 to ruin Kavanaugh's ceremony. Let me tell you one thing, and the media asked me about this outside. Let me reassure you. The average person, these people don't represent the average good-hearted, fair-minded Republican or Democrat, independent American. They do not represent them. So when they come and say, oh, you have all these people that are clawing and scratching and beating on the Supreme, did you see that? I mean, what are these children? They don't represent. There are a lot of fair-minded Democrats and independents out there who see this and they recoil in horror because that is not who they are. I'm sure you have a Democrat neighbor down the street, and I almost guarantee you they don't subscribe to that. So what's happening is they're leaving the entire middle, fair-minded Americans' votes up for grabs, and that's the challenge for our candidates to get those votes. So what we need to do is we need to get the Republican vote out for Republican candidates so they can focus on getting the votes and appealing to declining state voters and fair-minded Democrats. So that's what we're going to learn about here today. So we have a lot to be proud of as Republicans. Don't shy away from that. Don't live in the shadow. Proclaim it proudly. So by contrast, the Democrats are proposing, okay, here's the winning message by Democrats, okay? So in what universe is this the winning ticket, okay? Hey guys, let's huddle up, this will be our program. We're going to abolish the tax cuts. We're going to abolish ICE. We're going to coddle MS-13. We're going to have sanctuary cities where people who shouldn't be here commit criminal acts roam free. We're not going to protect our border. We're going to underfund our military. We're going to vilify law enforcement. Do we love our law enforcement? We love our law enforcement. We're going to keep the car tax, which costs every family $700. We're going to keep that in place. This is the Democrat program, mind you. Anybody excited here yet? Any takers? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Anyone? No? Some people got that. I'm old, getting old. And when they believe in mob rule, and we believe in law and order. They believe in impeaching Trump. And they're talking about impeaching Justice Kavanaugh. We have congressional races here, and these congressional candidates try to act like they're moderate. They always campaign as Republicans and moderates. We're going to cut taxes and all this business. I guarantee you, every Democrat candidate or member of Congress will vote to impeach Trump if they get the House. I guarantee you that. Every Democrat candidate for Congress or incumbent currently, we're going to get them out, will vote to impeach Justice Kavanaugh. I mean, this is the loony party, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, some of you here were around when John F. Kennedy was a Democrat and alive, and president, Democrat. This is not the party of JFK anymore. So there's a huge opportunity for our candidates. So, are you ready to stand up for our party's principles and elect some more Republicans? Yeah. All right. So from here on, we're going to go real quick. We have a lot of our candidates in the room. So I would like, if you're, and no clapping because we can't hear it, and this will last till forever. If you are an endorsed candidate, I know there's some candidates here that are not endorsed. It's not for you. If you're an endorsed candidate on the ticket for November, please don't clap now. Please stand, and I will have you shout out your name, the office you're running for, and what part of the county you're in. And so I want everybody to know. So if you're in Coronado, you see somebody saying Coronado, remember that earlier? Give your time or your money to a local candidate. Here, you can reach out and touch someone. You can touch your own candidate and help them. So if you're a candidate that's endorsed, please stand up. And we're going to go, okay? We're going to give them, Okay, so we're going to start. Joel, you're in Doors Canyon, are you not? Shh. He's a senator, thinks he gets to sit down. Okay, let's go through the office you're running for, your name, your office you're running for, and what part of town, if that applies. Starting right there.
Board of Equalization, Riverside, San Bernardino, Imperial, Orange, and San Diego County. Wow. And let me just do a quick shout out. I'm filling some big high heels because Diane Harkey did a hell of a job.
All right. Yes. And your name is Joel. You failed the first test. Joel Anderson. Okay. That is the next ones. We need them, 10 seconds or less. Name, office, and what your part of town.
Marie Waldron, running for State Assembly. I represent Escondido, San Marcos, parts of Vista, Fallbrook, Valley Center, Palmer, Rainbow, all the way up into Temecula.
Okay. Now, remember, no applause, otherwise we'll be here forever. I love you guys, but go ahead.
Cameron Rodriguez, Southwestern Community College, school board, running in the southwestern part of San Diego.
Oh, we're not going to be able, you guys have to project. We're not going to be able to do a microphone. Say it like you mean it, and pick up a sign if you have it. Over there, Mr. Steele. Okay, you have to project more. Over there. Yes, Casper.
Ron Casper, Lakeside Fire Protection District. Last on the ballot, but first in my drive.
Megan Epperson, school board, Flemington Spring Valley School District.
No applause. We'll do it afterwards. Yeah, over here.
Gina Roberts, Valley Center, Palma Unified School District, Valley Center area.
Diane Hickman, San Diego Community College District, District A, that's northeast of the county, San Diego.
Okay, great. Right here.
Teresa Rosiak, Lemon Grove City Council, and Rosemont, Queen Amanda Community College Trustee, Area 5.
Okay.
Lauren Casuto, San Diego Community College Board District C, Claremont, Mission Valley, Old Town, Hillcrest, North Park, and OP.
Okay. She brought her own fan club. It's gosh, my school board. Yeah, get the office right. We love ya. The man with the hat. Behind him. Behind him. All right. Yes. Yeah, right in the front here, Baber.
Bill Baker, Lamesa City Council.
Diane Harkey, CD 49.
Okay.
Del Mar and places in between. Beautiful.
Over here.
Steve Hasty, Mira Costa College Board of Trustees, North San Diego County.
Sergeant Major Juan Hidalgo. My wife and I,
Yeah.
Joe Barstow from Allegheny School District, up for election, seat number 2.
County Supervisor. Rancho Santa Fe, Oceanside, Vista, San Marcos, Carlsbad, Valley Center, Fallbrook, all the way out to Borrego.
Woo! Yes, sir.
Assembly District 71 in God's country, east, San Diego County.
All right. Did we miss any other endorsed candidates? Yes.
Very well outlined fire protection district. I love our firefighters.
Absolutely. Any other candidates that we missed? We're going to hear from some of our candidates a little bit more in just a minute. So let's have a big hand for all our candidates. Running for office is a pain in the neck. I'm sure they can all attest to that. So the least that we can do is we can do our part to help get them elected. These are men and women who put themselves out there, take time away from work and family to get into the public arena. And as we just saw, it can be quite a bloody place to be. So what can you do? Let's go over the 4 things. Again, these are the only 4 things that you can do. Choose 1, 2, or 3, or if you're like an overachiever, do all 4. We love you. You're saints. So the first thing is give your time to a candidate. The candidates have phone banks. There's sign waving. There's sign placement. They have requests for signs, help distribute signs in the area. There's walking door to door. You'll be walking, if you're walking for a candidate, you'll be walking to non-Republican households. Okay? You can give your time to the party. Our job as the party is to do what? To deliver the Republican vote for our Republican candidates. So the Republican candidates can focus their time on this big swath in the middle that's being left open with voters that are open to voting for our candidates, seeing all the success around them, and the Democrats are just, going far and far left. So we want our candidates focused on declining to state voters and Democrats. So over 100,000 Republicans did not vote in June. Let that sink in. The ballot was literally sitting on the kitchen table, and they left it there, and they didn't turn it in. If every Republican voted, we would own every seat in this county. I mean, that is our job, to get as close to that as possible. Republicans also don't know sometimes who the Republican candidate for For school, does it say on the ballot who the Republican is for school board and who the Democrat is for school board? No, it doesn't say that. They both sound fine, right? And they both send mailers, send stuff in the mail. They're going to be fiscally conservative, put students first, blah blah blah, which the Democrats don't mean. Republican candidates actually put kids first and put taxpayers first. So our job, we've endorsed 129 candidates for office. Our job is to get them endorsed. We want to ensure that every Republican knows who the Republican candidate is for ballot, for every office, and then turn out to vote. And we remind them to vote. We have, and I want to show you, this is part of our precinct program. So the first thing, volunteer to your candidate. Second thing, you can volunteer for the party. You'll be walking this door hanger. We have 16 different door hangers. This one says Escondido. This one here is San Marcos. This one here is Oceanside, right? So we have voter door hangers that are customized for each and every area. So we have our first walk this Saturday, October 13th. And the Saturday, November 3rd, just before the election. We will meet at 10 a.m. There are various deployment spots all over the county. We will ask you to install an app on your phone. You will get a login. You'll start the app, and there will be 50 homes when you log in. It takes about 3 to 4 hours to walk your neighborhood. You're walking in your own neighborhood. You're not going across town. You're not going to a different town. You're literally going to say, "Hi, my name is Tony. I live on Ann Arbor Lane, a couple blocks down. I'm the local Republican Party volunteer. Can we count on this election is going to be very close? Here's the Republican endorsed candidates. Can we count on you to vote for the Republican ticket?" And you wait until they say yes. Right? They're going to say yes. And if you're an overachiever, you can ask them, well, when are you going to mail your ballot? Because we want to try to train people to make a promise that they're going to send in their ballot. But that's literally it. And we'll give you a script on the phone, literally what I just said. It's on the phone if you get nervous or whatever. By the way, you're just going to Republicans. You're not going to Democrats. You're not going to have to argue with anybody, okay? This is very easy. So they have no excuse. The ballot's imagine, the ballot's on the kitchen table, and you just gave them this, and you asked them to vote. Oh, that nice young lady that came to my door asked me to vote, and I promised her, and I'm a Catholic, and I have to do it. Otherwise, my guilt is going to kill me. I'll have to go to confession that I didn't vote. So when you are a precinct captain, we need 755 precinct captains to cover the entire county. We have every part of the county divided up in an area. When you sign up as a precinct captain, you will be assigned an area leader. So at this point, I would like our area leaders to stand up. If you're an area leader, please stand up, just so we can, and you tell us what part of town, what part of town you're in, and some of them aren't here, and shame on them, no, but just what part of town are you? Escondido Valley Center. San Marcos. Old Carlsbad. Point Loma Ocean Beach. Carmel Valley. PQ. La Mesa. Coronado. North Lakeside. Mid-City San Diego. Mira Mesa. Ramona. Oceanside. Alpine. Carlsbad. Imperial Beach. Yeah. Oh, you can sit down. You're just confusing me if you keep standing. This young lady over here. West Claremont. El Cajon. Yes. Vista. Okay, and so there we have Paula. Chula Vista. Yes, so we have 98 area leaders. So we will pair you up with an area leader. You will pick up your materials from your area leader. All the candidates are going to get together. We're going to have a rally point on Saturday. So how possibly could you sign up for this wonderful mission to do, okay? By the way, the most important person in the Republican Party is not the chairman. It's not even the candidate. The most important person in the Republican Party is the volunteer who takes the time, 4 hours, to knock on the door of their fellow neighbors and takes the time to get to know them and ask them and give them the list of endorsed Republican candidates. So if you want to sign up to be a precinct captain, you can see Connor in the back. Connor, where are you? Okay, Connor's in the back. You can hardly see him. He's at a table back there. So that's the one way to do it. The second way is answer your email that I'm going to send you tomorrow. Okay? And the third thing is you can go to SanDiegoRepublicans.org right now, click on volunteer, and become a precinct captain. It is 4 hours we're asking from you this Saturday, and 4 hours on Saturday, November 3rd. Okay? It's not too much to ask. So, next, give money to a candidate. This starts as little as $1, and the maximum, for those of you wondering, what's the max that I could give John Cox for governor? $27,400. So if you're maxed out, thank you for that. If you want to give more money, come see me. Yes, it takes money to run for office. When you give your money to a local candidate, the candidate in the race is for right here locally. Next thing is you can join a donor club. The party has 3 donor clubs, $100 for the Century Club, $250 for the Reagan Club. You get a nice badge, and you get to come in here and at the VIP reception prior to these events. And then there's the Chairman's Circle, which is $1,000. You can also do it monthly, $10 a month for Century, $25 a month for Reagan, or $100 a month for the Chairman's Circle. So that's your way that you can put money into our party. We don't send the money to D.C. Every dollar stays right here to defeat Democrats and advance freedom right here in San Diego County. The door hanger, when you join a donor club, by the way, we're very selective about who these go to. We're going to ask you to go to the doors of neighbors who don't always turn out. Okay? You all know the people. We just said 100,000 people don't vote. Didn't vote in June. 100,000 votes were left on the table. So we do this to people who sometimes vote, sometimes don't vote. That's a matter of public record, not of course how they voted, but you can see people's voting propensity. We have a voter guide. Anybody seen this before? Okay? This we mail to people who vote in every election. Like my household, if we're alive, we're voting. Okay? If we didn't vote, something bad happened. Okay? We're not going to waste anybody coming to my house, knocking on my door, giving me the list of Republican endorsed candidates. For 47 cents, we could put this directly in somebody's mailbox. Okay? We're mailing 296,700 of these. Okay? That is a $152,000 project. Okay? So we can only mail as many as we have money for. So that's if you join a donor club. So let's see. Just a show of hands. Who is a precinct captain or area leader already? Okay, excellent. Who, after my very persuasive speech, is going to swear in blood? No. Who would consider being signing up to be a precinct captain? Raise your hand. We're not going to hold you to it. Would you consider signing up and giving 4 hours of your day this weekend and next weekend? Okay. How many are members of a donor club, Century Club, Reagan Club, or Chairman's Circle today, right now? Thank you. How many are feeling the spirit, feel so called? This one, we're going to take a photo. We're going to have people like pounce on you. No, we're not going to do that. How many people here would be open to joining a donor club and learning more? Okay. Thank you very much. Well, there'll be an opportunity after when we close up here. Let's see. So we.
Somebody just remind us that the absentee ballot is 71 cents.
Yeah, well, somebody mentioned about the absentee ballots. Apparently 71 cents. By the way, here's a secret tip. They will be delivered regardless. The law is that your absentee ballot will be delivered regardless. But make sure you put on enough postage on there. Better yet, take it to the polling place. Okay. Are we excited? Are we going to get some Republicans elected? All right. All right. So I've invited a couple of our candidates to come up here. We're going to do a contest, okay? And this is going to be participatory. When they come up, we need you guys, us guys, to cheer for them because they're the man or the woman in the arena. We want to give them our support, and then we want them, they're going to bring up some supporters of theirs, and to rally behind, and each of our candidates is going to give us 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes, okay? Otherwise we'll be here forever. 2 minutes rah-rah speech about them, about us getting involved, and I'm going to ask candidates in this order. So I'm going to have you, and then we're going to judge, see how many are, who does the best rally up here, okay? Great. So don't come up quite yet, but I'm going to have Harkey, Hidalgo, Kudrat, Murtaugh, Brian Jones can line up, and then so let's give a warm welcome to the next Congresswoman in the 49th District, Diane Harkey.
Okay, San Diego's in the house, are you not? Yes, yes, and this is all of San Diego, not just some angry people in San Diego. This is all of San Diego. Now, I want you to say that we are going to hold the 49th, and I want you to say it so loud that they hear us in D.C. Are we going to hold the 49th? Yes! Okay, we need them to hear that in D.C. because a lot of people are giving up on us. We are not giving up on the 49th. This is a beautiful district, and in fact, this district is so important because we didn't have an AD, we don't have an assembly district in the 74th, so they are hitting us hard. We need your help. We can do this. This is a fabulous seat, wonderful people, great industries, all of a little bit of San Diego totally involved in all of the industries. We can do this. We need you. We need your help. We need your volunteerism. And in fact, we need your vote. So get everybody out to vote. We have a campaign office in Carlsbad. We have one in Vista. We also have this week we have a veterans walk out of Oceanside at the bank. So we are ready to go. Are you ready to help? Woo! Okay. We can do it, and this is how we do it, right? We get it done. So come out this weekend, get it done, and continue to help us. Phone banking, precinct walking, whatever you can do. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, Team Harkey, thank you.
Keep the 49! Keep the 49! Keep the 49! Keep the 49!
All right, let's see here. Who do we have next? Sergeant Major Juan Hidalgo.
All right. God bless you and God bless America. Hey, we're going to win this thing. We need help down on the border. We need to stop forgetting about the South Bay and all of Imperial Valley. And I'm the guy, by the grace of God, that's going to take back this district and make it red. We need your help. We need you to get on the phone tonight. Tell your friends, there's a do-nothing politician down there. He won't debate us, but I'm going to tell you something. He's already missed 2 debates, said he won't come. Then he lied to KUSI and said he didn't know about it. They have records that they've sent. He's a liar. We're going to send him packing. That's right. But we do need your help. We need you to call right now. Tell your friends down in the South Bay, it's time to put a real leader in Congress. It's time to put real leadership down there and send these do-nothing guys packing. This guy, what he's going to do, coming in about 2 weeks, he's going to get scared. Because right now, Democrats are telling us they're coming with us. And if you're watching right now, Democrats, come on over. It's time that we, excuse me. Let me get it. All right. It's time. It's time. It's all right. It's time that we put someone in there that will work for all Americans. All Americans, regardless of the color of your skin, regardless whether you're male or female. It's time that we put real leadership in Congress, and that's what I'm going to do when I get to D.C. But we need your help right now. Tell your friends. Tell everybody we're going to win this. Hidalgo for Congress. God bless you. God bless America.
I don't want to break this up now. I'm having whatever they're having. All right. In the 52nd Congressional District, our candidate is Omar Kudrat. Omar, come up here. Against Scott Peters.
Look at this room. Look at this room of patriots. Are we going to hold on to the House of Representatives or what? Yeah. All right. So you are the tip of the spear of American democracy. The way that's going to happen is if you do what Chairman Tony Kriveric asked for. Give your time, give your money. There are two other things that I don't remember, even though I went to law school. Look, here's what's at stake this cycle. Unemployment is down to 3.7%, the lowest point it's been since 1969. Who wants to stop that? Not us, right? We had 8 years of a prior administration that was trying to weaken America's military instead of strengthen America's military. We're going to continue to strengthen America's military. We're going to take care of our veterans. We got the second largest homeless veteran population in the nation here, and Scott Peters has done nothing about it. We got to get him out of Congress. We're going to defend the Constitution, and we're going to have border security. You have anywhere between 10 to 20,000 fentanyl pills coming over the border every week, killing San Diegans. And you got Scott Peters and his party that want to play games about border security. This is a public safety issue. We stand for American citizens. We're not trying to give top cover to drug cartels to keep sending drugs over into our state and into our country, right? All right. I'm leaving you with an additional challenge. You heard it from the chairman. If we get Republicans out to vote, we will win. Get 3 Republicans who you know who don't ordinarily vote every election and take them with you to vote. That's my challenge to you. You do that and we will have a blowout. Let's keep the House of Representatives and keep this country going in the direction it's in. Thank you very much, everybody.
We don't have Duncan Hunter Jr. here, but I think there's a very proud dad who wouldn't mind saying a few words for his son. Ladies and gentlemen, the man responsible for the San Diego border wall, which nobody would like to remove at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, former Congressman Duncan Hunter Sr. standing in for Duncan Hunter Jr.
Hey, Tony, thank you.
2 minutes.
Thank you. Hey. Okay, hey guys. Okay, I accept the nomination. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I've had so many people come up and say hello, and it's like the guy that looked like he was older than me came up and said, you know, you used to coach our soccer team, and I said, well, coach, it was my pleasure. He said, oh, I wasn't a coach, I was a 6-year-old. So, hey, good to be with you. Good to represent that great Marine who the day after 9/11, I'm sitting with his mom, the fabulous Lynn Hunter, and we got a phone call the day after 9/11, and he said, you know, those people didn't deserve to die. I quit my job today. I got another job with the U.S. Marines, and he deployed for 3 tours fighting the bad guys. And ladies and gentlemen, he's still fighting the bad guys. He's out there working every day, fighting every day. Did a great job of heading up the Coast Guard here. You know, the Coast Guard, under his leadership, has seized more drugs than all the rest of the drug control agencies together. Let me tell you, that's the reason I work cheap for Duncan Hunter. He is a great American, and we're pounding the pavement. And you've got wonderful candidates, incidentally. And I know I just got 2 minutes, but you know, when I see Sergeant Major Juan Hidalgo, I always think, Hidalgo is here. Where'd Hidalgo go? Right back here. Juan Hidalgo, all the rest of the great candidates, but I was out there working with Juan the other day. We've got spirit. We've got America on our side, and we're going to win in just a couple of weeks. Thanks for everything. God bless.
Thanks for bringing it. You bet.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'll keep that program moving. I do hear a lot of murmur in the back, so if you're networking, please do that outside. Ladies and gentlemen, the youngest congressional candidate in the United States of America taking on Susan Davis, Morgan Murtaugh.
Hello, everybody. Who's ready to make some history? I don't want to give that title to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I think we deserve that title. So this past week has been insane for us. The Huffington Post did an entire series on me. They followed me around all for 2 days, and it was actually positive. So I think they actually liked me a little bit. But so that was awesome, gave us a lot of traction. I was nominated for Forbes 30 Under 30, and I was able to go to Boston on Monday and speak at their Under 30 Summit. And on this past Saturday, Susan Davis, for the first time in the history of this district, debated in a public forum against me. So everyone asks me how we're doing in this district, and I think that the fact that Susan Davis actually agreed to debate means she's scared. So we're doing some great things over here. Coming tomorrow, we actually are dropping a huge bomb on her. We found that she claims that she is pro Section 8 and expanding Section 8, but on her own property, she refuses to accept Section 8. And she refuses to accept co-signers on her property. So we're going to drop a huge bomb on her tomorrow. If you'd like to donate to help us get that on all the television stations, you can donate back there. We need all the help we can get. And we also have one huge announcement. Omar and I are actually going to plan a rock the vote to get all the millennials out to vote for Republicans. We have a lot of local artists that will be performing, and we will have the candidates, several Republican candidates coming in between. We invited John Cox. He's going to try and make it. So it's going to be a great event. We need all the volunteers we can get to help register all the millennials that aren't registered to register Republican. So again, go back there. We have a free Ronald Reagan t-shirt for one of the people who volunteers tonight. We are going to pick a random person. So if you volunteer, we'll get you a shirt. Thanks.
The next senator from East County, Brian Jones.
East County and North County. I just want to say a couple of things. In high school, I drank beer. I still drink beer. In college, I made beer. I like beer. And I like Kavanaugh too. So, how many of you have two new heroes in politics who you never thought would be your hero? Senator Lindsey Graham and Senator Susan Collins. I say Graham and Collins 2024. What do you all say? Only if Pence doesn't want it. Only if Pence doesn't want it. But here's the point on this. Today is the most exciting day in the history of the state of California to be a Republican in the state of California. The Democrats are doing everything they can do to hand us this election next month in November. You may remember in April I came up here and said one of the 3 reasons I was excited about going to Sacramento is because the Democrats keep imploding. Well, in April we were just talking about taxes and a recall. Well, the recall happened and we broke the superminority, and now we've broke the supermajority in Sacramento, and we've got 14 solid Republicans serving in the Senate in Sacramento. But the Democrat leadership doubled down on stupid. And after that wasn't good enough, they came out and said, well, let's abolish ICE. That's a good idea. 80% of Americans think that's a bad idea. That wasn't good enough. So now we have a U.S. Supreme Court nominee, and they're going to double down on stupid again and bring up some ridiculous harassment charges, uncorroborated, unproven, can't be proven, and didn't happen. Tony went through a long list of people who are here and asked you to stand up: immigrants, first-time visitors, precinct walkers. The one thing he didn't ask is how many Democrats are here tonight, fed up with their party and checking out the... I'm not asking you to stand up. I'm not asking you to stand up. Now, if you want to, you can. But ladies and gentlemen, as Republicans, as Tony said, God-fearing Republicans, and I'm going to add gracious, compassionate, caring, loving, good government, intelligent, thinking, cooperative Republicans, we have the greatest opportunity in the history of California to win over our Democratic friends, our Democratic neighbors, our Democratic co-workers, and even our Democratic in-laws. How much better will Thanksgiving be if your Democratic friends vote with you in November and you don't have the same arguments you've always had? Be nice to our Democratic friends, win them over, encourage them to vote with us, encourage them to take a strong look at their party and where it's going, and their leadership is out of touch, out of control, uncompassionate, not caring, and all of our Democratic friends are. And remember the hashtag, walk away. Ladies and gentlemen, vote Republican. I'm Brian Jones for State Senate.
All right, if you can, these other teams can get prepared. We'll have Randy Vopel, Marie Waldron, Joel Anderson. Is Judge Creep here? No, okay. Jim Desmond, Matt Hall, Bill Wells, Sam Abed, Steve Voss, Rebecca Jones, Judy Ritter. So with that, Randy Vopel. Assemblyman Randy Vopel, representing God's country. And he didn't bring any signs, but there's a story behind that. At first I thought he was joking. Ladies and gentlemen, Assemblyman Randy Vopel.
Yeah, I don't have any signs because the Democrats took them all down. Seriously, my opponent doesn't have enough money for signs, but they got enough bodies to take the signs down. Okay? So, we need bodies, and that's where you all come in. Now, I'm a child of the 1950s and 60s. How many in this room remember the Cold War? Okay? Yeah. We were in a mighty confrontation between the Democratic West and the Communist East. Vietnam, different engagements were hot war. But right now, I would like to point out to all my sisters and brother Republicans, we're in a cold civil war between the left and the right. Now, the left has shown their cards. They'll do whatever they got to do to get power or control this country. But the right, us Republicans, we believe in the rule of law, the Constitution, and God. We will win. Thank you.
Assemblywoman Marie Waldron.
Thank you so much. This is an exciting time to be a Republican. And we've seen how the liberal policies in Sacramento are hurting our hardworking Californians. That's why we keep fighting. The progressive Democrats are on fire right now. They're going crazy. What we've seen in Sacramento and all the different legislation they bring forward just shows how upset they are with everything. So we keep fighting. The Golden State of California has so many resources. When you think about everything we have in this great state, we cannot let them take it over. We must stand united. We must work hard. We must keep fighting because there's too much at stake. When you think about our young people, our families, the people who are struggling, Republican principles are what has shaped our country. We need to be proud of our heritage and all the great things we've done. We are the party of Lincoln. We are the party of freedom. We are the party of liberty. And I've been serving in Sacramento, and I can tell you that the state is in a sorry state right now. And when I hear people say, and they're on the radio, and they're in the media, and everywhere else, and they say, Sacramento is doing this to you. Sacramento politicians. We need to stand up and say, no, it's not Sacramento, it's a city. It's Democrats who are doing this to you. So let's stand united. Let's get everyone we know out to vote. We can win this. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Let's keep the chatter to minimum in the back there. Joel Anderson, are you here? Senator Joel Anderson, BOE.
Thanks, Freddie. All right, so I've heard some nasty rumors that the BOE should be abolished. Let me tell you why that's a bad idea. You see, if you have a problem with your tax assessor over property tax, you go before the BOE to contest it. Now, you could go before somebody who's appointed by the governor, or you could go... Listen, my district is so big, the signs are huge. We couldn't fit them in the room. But I will tell you this. I've got signs for each and every one of you. And Andrew Hayes, where are you, Andrew? Raise your hand. You know, come on down here while I'm talking so they can see you. Andrew, yay! But Andrew can hook you up with a 4x8. We're putting up 4x8s all over the place. But here's what's important. If the Democrats are ever successful in going with split roll or stopping Prop 13, because it's a constitutional, it falls to the BOE. And then we set the regulation. So we're the fail-safe against your property taxes going crazy. So it's a really important seat, and I'm not going to win without your support. So I really appreciate all your hard work and help. In every seat, every person is important. There are 10 million people in my district, 3 million voters. I can't walk it. All I can do is put up signs and hope that other Republicans do well. Andrew, raise your hand. Andrew's a rock star. Thank you. Thank you all. You guys are funny.
We just invented the virtual yard sign. Okay, we have Bonnie Dumanis was going to be here. She got delayed coming here. Next, we have a supervisor. I see Supervisor Bill Horn is here or was here. He is termed out. And ladies and gentlemen, the next supervisor of the 5th District, St. Marcos Mayor, soon to be supervisor, and sign collector extraordinaire, Jim Desmond.
Hello, San Diego County Republicans. Woo! I am proud to be here, shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm with you. You, the party of integrity, the party of personal responsibility, and the party of strong military. I am honored to be here today. Thank you very much. Is Bill Horn, is he left already? Anyway. The county supervisors has stayed Republican. We've had 5 Republicans on the Board of Supervisors. We want to make sure that we keep the supervisors Republican and fiscally conservative. I'm running for North County. I want to make sure I have your help and have your votes to be your next Republican county supervisor. What does a supervisor supervise? Your money. Thank you very much. Your money. $6 billion a year, $16 million a day of your money is spent. We've had fiscal responsibility in the city of San Marcos, and I want to take that to the county, and I'd love to have your vote and support. Thank you.
Do we have any fans of Escondido Mayor Sam Abed in the room? Escondido Mayor Sam Abed.
Tony said I can have an extra minute because I'm Lebanese, so I'm going to have an extra minute. Thank you. I am a proud councilman and mayor in Escondido since 2004, serving the great people of Escondido. Thank you, Republican Party, for endorsing me 5 consecutive elections in Escondido. I am a proud immigrant, lifelong registered voting Republican, proud of my party, proud of my city, and proud of my country. Proud to have represented all of you when I met with President Trump on May 16. I said, Mr. President, thank you for saving America. Thank you for saving the country I immigrated to 30 years ago. Escondido was the first city to join the Department of Justice lawsuit against the disgraced SB 54. In Escondido, we built 4-1 council majority and helped flip a 1-4 two-school district to a 4-1 Republican majority. In 2014, I led the effort to win 14 out of 14 open seats in Escondido. I can officially declare Escondido as the capital of the Republican Party of San Diego. Thank you. California is nearing $1 trillion in debt. Last in business, education, overregulation, highest in taxes, will soon be a third world socialist country. These are Democrat values. Sacramento's Democrats care more about illegal criminals than its citizens is a disgrace. These are Democrat values. Penalizing success and rewarding failure would be the Democrat legacy. Escondido, we deliver on small, efficient, transparent, and accountable government, led our city financial success and solid economic growth. These are Republican values. Balance our budget 7 consecutive years without raising taxes, implemented pension reform, and we put $33 million in pension in emergency fund. These are Republican values. Attracted $2 billion in investment. 2,300 new businesses came to Escondido and created 3,000 jobs, more than what Jerry Brown did in 8 years. We moved Escondido from welfare to workforce, from poverty to prosperity. These are Republican values. We deported 2,700 illegal criminals from our city with our cooperation with ICE. We support our police and the rule of law. These are Republican values. Democrat and George Soros indivisible made Escondido the ground zero. We're ready to fight them and defeat them. We're going to defeat the 4 socialist comrades running against us in Escondido. We are ready with the most spirited campaign in history. Vote on November 6th this election. Voting on November 6th this election will be a defining moment in our nation history. Your vote is a vote to defend liberty, freedom, our Constitution, and the American dream. We must tell every voter that our values are America's values. Let's fight together to defend our country and every city in America. Please join our campaign headquarters in Escondido to defeat Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi of Escondido. Let's help every Republican candidate win this November. Let's keep America great. We love America.
Man, how about that immigrant spirit, okay? Man, you Lebanese, man, wow, that's awesome. Next, we're in here, we have one, we're going to stick with North County, and we have an up-and-coming star. She's been on the city council for quite some time. We're now going to upgrade her. Jim Desmond the current mayor, is running for supervisor. And so we need another strong mayor in San Marcos to keep San Marcos fantastic, keep San Marcos great. And I'm going to keep talking until she works her way up here. So ladies and gentlemen, the next mayor of San Marcos, Rebecca Jones.
Thank you so much, Tony. I am Rebecca Jones, and I am the Vice Mayor of San Marcos today. I've been on the City Council for 12 years, serving with Mayor Jim Desmond, and our city is doing great. We have balanced our budget for the 12 years I've been on the City Council. We have built a great city. We are hitting almost 95,000 people, and people are happy. However, my opponent is out there trying to stop the growth and the prosperity of our city. We don't like that. And so he's out there, and his campaign is all about trying to get people angry with me. We can stop growth. Well, we don't want to stop growth to make our city unhealthy. We need to continue growing our jobs. We need to continue keeping us fiscally responsible. And we need to keep San Marcos safe. We are the safest city in North County. Campaigns are tough. We need to raise money. So anything you can do to help, my website is RebeccaJones2018.com. And as I said, I'm running to be the next mayor of San Marcos. And I hope that you tell every person that you know that lives in San Marcos, I am for prosperity of the city, keeping us safe, and improving our quality of life. Thank you so much.
Did our candidates did well? Yeah. Now, I have to tell you, I was so excited going into the program that I just the back. I'm sitting here, I'm like, be quiet in the back. Like, it's the number one complaint I get. Like, why can't you get those people in the back to be quiet? I'm like, I don't know. I tried. We skipped over a couple of very important pieces, so we're going to do this on the back end because, you know, we're Republicans, we improvise. And so usually we do this when we start our meeting, but Bud McElroy has been sitting here just itching to do the roll call of committee members. And so you're now going to get to hear something very exciting, the most exciting part of our program, dutifully performed by our secretary, Bud McElroy, for the roll call. Woo, bud!
I was trying to take roll as I was sitting there, so there's some people I know I left off. But I wanted to tell you one thing before I call the roll, is that my 8th great-grandfather was John Marshall. Now, most of you don't know the name, but he was the Supreme Court Justice under John Adams, who 2/3 of all constitutional law has been put into effect because of him. Matter of fact, a lot of law schools are John Marshall law schools because of him. And when they brought in Kavanaugh and actually swore him in, it was one of the proudest times I've seen, because having somebody like that in my family tree, to see that it actually works in today's society, lets us know that our Constitution will survive. So let me do this real quick. I have I've already checked off Hilliker, Hall, Kelly, Hunter, okay, Gunther, Lenson, Plotner, Miller, Austin Miller, Lee DeMayo, Sullivan, Hughes, Waker, Snyder, Rigby, Chavez, Bates, Isa, Carl DeMaio, Schroeder, Mainsheim, Monica Fay, Barrett Tutlow, Garmo, Santos, Picard. Thank you.
We have a quorum, right? We do have a quorum? Okay. And now for our very exciting treasurer's report by the also exciting Jeannie Fulcrod.
Well, I was really getting nervous before because there were so many people here, but it's kind of dwindled down a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. We're on the right side of the decimal point. I know Tony always says, you mean the left side? No, I mean the right side of the decimal point. We're doing well, but we can always do better. This is an election year, as you know. We need all the funds we can get to make sure we can send out all these beautiful glossy mailers that you guys get in your mailbox. And I just wanted to make a comment that on Saturday I was doing my taxes because I'm one of the procrastinators in the world. Yeah. And when Kavanaugh got voted in, I stopped the middle of my taxes and broke open a beer. Are we tired of winning yet? So please join a donor club or give what you can, and we will really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, and we're going to do it backwards. For the committee members, is a motion to adopt the agenda in reverse. Motion by Scott Hassan, seconded by Gina Roberts. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay. All right. Well, we got it done. And then I did hear, was there Kelly Malone here or something? Where is she at? Oh, that was airlifted by Duncan Hunter and Brian Jones. Hold on. Shh. Just a brief announcement by Duncan Hunter Sr. here, because he scares me.
Yeah. Hey, I couldn't let this go by because Kelly Malone is here, and I don't know if you remember, but remember when Katie Malone was parasailing in Mexico, the boat that was pulling the parasail capsized, cut the line, she drifted for 45 minutes, crashed, pretty badly hurt, and I got a call from a great friend of Brian Jones. And this is a Brian Jones, Duncan D. Hunter story. Brian got UCSD Medical Center ready for her. And Duncan helped by guaranteeing the life flight people in Mexico would not take off until they were guaranteed payment. And so Duncan personally guaranteed $13,000. Thank God we raised it in 5 hours. But I just wanted to give, where's Brian at? Okay, I just wanted to tell you, Brian Jones had UCSD Hospital ready for her the instant she touched down at Brownfield. We got her there, and this is the great, Katie Malone's great dad, Kelly Malone from Santee.
Yeah, I just, and an update on Katie, she's doing great from the accident. She totally is in good health again. She's walking, and it was amazing that she made it. But if it wasn't for Duncan Sr., Jr., and Brian Jones, she probably still would be in Mexico, maybe to this day. And I just want to give out a thanks and appreciate it, and Brian Jones too. So just remember that. We need to support these people. Thank you.
Final housekeeping note. Remember, go talk to Connor to sign up as a precinct captain. Join the donor club. If you didn't get your RSVP gift, catch it on the way out. This is a universal power adapter. It flashes and has elephants on it. It's really cool. And then normally on the odd months, we have caucus meetings. We're not going to have a caucus meeting in November because it is after the election. We'll have an election wrap-up. So we're all going to meet back here in November. And of course, December, again, it is the even month. We'll meet here for our Christmas party. Yes, I said Christmas party. And then final thing is on party, we're going to elect our officers in January. And I'm working on a transition team for our party. If you're a committee member, you want to take a leadership role, let me know, and I'll take that into my consideration. I'll have a leadership slate that I'll propose in November for our committee going forward for the next 2 years. So with that, we will see you out precinct walking. Thank you all for being here. God bless, and God bless the United States of America. Got it? Okay, fair enough. Thank you. How's the race going?